It's package time. It's package time. What do we have here? We shall open and see. No, we won't. Ow. Well, this is some lovely foam. Ooh. Filament wires here. By the way, it's a 3D printer. Well, let's open all this crap and see what we get. Laser engraving kit. Auto leveling kit. I don't even know what that means. Bicolor printing kit. Tool kit. I like tools. This is a thing. And that's it for this. What are these, test pieces? This is like a huge magnet. And it's got a shark on it. I think this is the gantry. Just trying to lift all of this. Okay. I'm going to assume that this gets stood up and mounted like this. Let's look at the instructions. FDM 3D printer LOTMAXX Extra X SC10 Shark. Introduction, unpacking. Equipment installation. Do not use this product in any way not described in the user manual to avoid accidental personal injury and property loss. I'm going to go ahead and say that's not going to happen. Wow. There's a lot of tools. I was not expecting that. Power cord, USB A to B, a scraper putty knife, some flush cut side cutters, very nice. Zippy ties, ooh, red. LOTMAXX. Lastly, an orange thing, micro SD with the brand name scratched off. Very nice. I gotta say, so far, this is looking pretty promising. Like, these are actually pretty nice materials. It's like anodized aluminum extrusion. Everything's basically pre-made. I'll have to put this together. I don't know if you guys remember that tiny CNC someone sent me that one time. I think it was Bang Good, Good Luck Buy. I don't remember what the hell it was, but yeah, this is a lot nicer, not having to put together 8 million pieces. Even these Allen keys are nice. They're like this brown coated whatever, but it's like very nice to touch. I'm getting black crap all over my hands like normal Allen keys. Install the screen. Great. What's the screen? HDMI. Oh, there that goes. HDMI port. And it goes right here. You need to push this with force. And it is installed in place when you hear the sound of it getting stuck. You know, I heard the sound of it getting stuck there. That means it's in. Well, I guess I'll go through and read the rest of this crap and try to figure this out because it's new to me. So, yeah, meet you back here in a little bit. We'll put on the auto leveling thing and we won't put on the laser. No laser for you. I think we're ready to go.
Well, that concludes the unboxing and assembly portion of this video. Now enjoy a montage of me designing in AutoCAD a simple knob to replace the broken water shutoff handle on my house while I talk about this 3D printer. LOTMAXX sent me this Shark V2 3D printer for free to review, and if you're interested in getting one yourself, a link is in the description below. Now let's go through some of the pros that I've found while using this 3D printer thus far. As seen in the beginning of this video, the printer comes very well packaged and nothing was damaged during shipping. The unit came in a few major pieces, making reassembly very simple with the help of the instructions and the included toolkit. It features a removable build tray which is magnetically held down, which makes removing your prints a snap. Most importantly of all the pros is that the printer is very quiet. Take a listen. And the print quality out of the box is insanely good. This exact unit costs regularly $500, but sometimes goes on sale and is even cheaper if you forgo the optional extras. That leads us to the cons of this printer. The instructions could be clearer as it assumes you know a decent amount about 3D printing already. The included software on the SD card was corrupted and nothing worked for me. That being said, I'm told the proprietary software is similar to the Cura software, which is free. So that's what I used and it worked great. The wire management is kind of sloppy and some work needs to be done on your end to rework the zip ties so nothing gets caught, which did happen to me when the print head got a cable snag during homing. And lastly, I can say the laser and dual color options are okay to pass on. The dual color is not a true dual color head as it requires the unit to create a lot of waste to clear the nozzle as both spools feed into the same extruder. The laser to me is underpowered and worth passing on in my opinion, as it shares the same space as the auto leveler, which I do recommend you get as an option. The auto leveler is cool and works, but you have to manually level the table the first time you set it up for it to work correctly. The instructions mention installing firmware to get the auto leveler to work, but I found that it was already working correctly, and to use it you simply need to add an L behind the G28 command, and it works great. In short, this printer produces amazing quality prints in a well-built package while being whisper quiet for an affordable price. I wouldn't hesitate to buy one myself, but maybe forgo the optional extras. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.